When I first moved to Brazil, I lived in the tourist neighborhood. It was beautiful. I was right next to the beach. But since then, I've moved into the interior of Northeast Brazil. Let me explain why. Yes, that's right. I lived right next to the beach. I would actually walk down there often, have a coconut water, have a caipirinha, have a beer, eat some food, sit under an umbrella, and just relax for a lot of the day. Most people would say that is paradise, and you're absolutely correct. It was phenomenal. I loved it. So why did I move away from that area? So my number one reason for moving here, just to be transparent with you, is my girlfriend lives out here. I came out here originally to see how everything was, see what the vibe was, things like that. And then I met her family and I met her neighbors and I met everybody. And just everybody in this neighborhood that I met has just been amazing people. And the thing that I really like about it is that it's authentic. These people are not trying to sell me anything out here. They genuinely like me. They genuinely like to have conversations with me. And I'm probably the first person from the United States to visit this area. Most of them have told me that I'm the first American they've spoken to from the United States. So people genuinely want to have conversations out here, get to know you, have you get to know them, and they're just phenomenal. The thing with the tourist areas is that everybody's trying to sell you something. Everybody will talk to you because they want to find out what you're looking for, what you need, things like that, and they're trying to sell you on it. So it's hard to gauge if you're making genuine friendships with people. And look, I understand there's a lot of people in those tourist areas that genuinely do want to be your friends and things like that, but it's hard to tell the difference between the two. And that was one of the biggest determining factors for me. Also, the commute. It's about 40 minutes from my apartment to her house. So now, with us living here, there's no commute. It's turning over in bed, saying hi. Now, people will tell you waking up every day and going to the beach is paradise. And look, they're not wrong. It is amazing. But I have to tell you, for me, it got a little redundant. It lost its allure. It got to the point where it was like, man, even though I'm trying to build more things in my schedule to keep myself busy throughout the day, I often had it to where I just was bored. And I looked at it. Sorry, there's a mosquito here and it's driving me nuts. That was a trade off. But it got to the point where I just wasn't enjoying it as much anymore. I started dating my girlfriend. I didn't want to go out to the clubs or do those things that were important to me when I was single anymore. So I looked at it and I said, why would I make it to where I am 40 minutes away from my girlfriend when I can be right there in the same neighborhood? And why would I spend the amount of money that I was spending on my apartment when I could get a lot more here for less? So let's do a price comparison as well. I had a two-bedroom apartment close to the beach. I paid 400 American dollars a month. My internet was cheap, of course. I didn't pay for water, but I had to pay for my electricity. That was expensive. Just because of how I am, I did not turn off the air conditioner often and ended up spending like 150 bucks a month for a two-bedroom apartment. So for me, I looked at those things. I looked at the cost. And with it losing its allure, with me liking this neighborhood, liking the people, I understood that I could have our three-bedroom house here for equivalent of $100 a month. Again, taking into consideration our last discussion where we spoke about safety, and I actually broke down how even though this is the 28th most dangerous city in the world, it's really not that dangerous. Looking at how the community treats me, things like that, really made it to where it sealed the deal where I decided this is the place to move. So is it for everybody? No. What I would say is if you're planning to move here, you might lose that love for the beach unless you're creating new routines, new experiences. But even at that, for me, it got a little old. So that is why I moved to the interior. On that note, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Make sure you subscribe. Tell me what else you want me to talk about, and we'll get into the subject. But as always, new video every Friday. Take care.